So microcredit, we work with women who are termed as unbankable by the conventional banks. They don't give them credit because, one, they have no business experience. Two, they don't have any security, collateral security. My question is, if someone has no money, where do you think that person will get experience in business? Nowhere. Someone has to give them that opportunity. If they have no business, how are they going to purchase land to give you as collateral security? They stay in that circle of poverty. Someone has to break that circle. That's what we are doing.
When you look at the microcredit, this is an aspect that has really brought up vulnerable women, these marginalized women, on board. They've been able to utilize that money appropriately, and they are now happy. So by helping these women, these marginalized women, I feel it's important to me because I'm also a woman. So by helping a fellow woman, I feel I'm helping myself.
The time we thought about microcredit, I think that defined Salama Shield Foundation. We've been working in that community for over 10 years. We've been listening to people. They have touching stories, they have sad stories. We have a moral obligation and an ethical obligation to do something about it. We give them the right information, but we admit that it's a challenge to tell, let's say, a sex worker that stop that work and do something else without giving them an alternative. The day we agreed that let's do this microcredit, I think that was the defining moment. We started, on top of giving health information, on top of giving solutions to equip people with the right information, we gave them an alternative.
People never used to work as a group because everyone is after surviving. How do I survive? But the way these women get this money, you give her like $100 and she buys like a cow. So it's their role to work like as a group. They form a group and go and dig on someone's farm, get that money, share it, and by the end of the month, they are in position to pay back their installments.
First of all, we randomly select villages. There are so many villages in Lyantonde. I wish we could work with all the villages, but because of resources, we cannot. We are not in a position to do. So we select randomly the villages to work with. We enter into these villages, call for community meetings. Once people come in these community meetings, we ask them, we introduce the program, we say we have microcredit, we have little money. We would like the whole village to access credit, but we can only start with 5 women. Give us 5 names of women you think cannot access credit from the banks, women you think they have a desire to work hard and get out of their situation, and women you think are honest. They give us names in that community meeting. Sometimes even other community members say, no, I don't agree with that name. She has a piece of land, she can get a loan. Finally, we get 5 names. We give them money for 6 months. They pay the money we've given them, they pay it back. We lend them actually. They pay it back. They add an interest. This interest and the capital repaid does not go to the Salama Shield Foundation. They have a group's account in a local bank. The reasons for that bank account are 2. 1, we want to prove to the bank that these women can pay back, with the hope that after Salama Shield Foundation, the bank will trust them and will start lending lending them money. If they've seen that for 6 months, this group of 5 women has been paying, has never missed a day of paying.
Okay, because I was asking, how has the bicycle helped you? Because she used the money to buy a bicycle. So I was asking, how has the bicycle helped you? She's saying she used the bicycle to do business. She buys bananas, matoke, and even other things that she sells within the community.
2, we want to teach them how to manage a bank account, how to save. Instead of saving, putting money under the mattress, under the blanket, whatever they sleep on, they begin putting money in the bank. This money also earns some interest in the bank. After 6 months, once they've paid the capital and the interest, they invite another 5 women in the same village. They become now 10. They use the capital that they paid back and the interest to lend to all of them. So sometimes we are in a position to give them more money because their businesses are growing, and we add them more money. Someone who borrowed $50 can now borrow $100. By the way, the first time normally we give them between $25 and $100. That's normally what we give them. 25 could even pay for breakfast for someone, but that makes a huge difference.
Everyone is like, how do you carry out that work? How do you get that money back from those ladies? Because when you reach there and down the villages, find those women carrying out the little things they do. Actually, these women have brought back the communal way of doing things.
If we want to be relevant to the needs of the communities we work with, there are interventions that teach people how to fish, not interventions that give them fish. I know it's a difficult thing to look at someone who has nothing to eat today and say, let's discuss tomorrow. But we have to do it. There are so many organizations that have been working in Africa for so many years, but they've been giving people fish, and people have been eating fish. They come back tomorrow and say, what do? We don't want that situation. We want sustainable solutions. That's why we have to sacrifice, suffer today, learn how to fish today, even if we have nothing to eat today, but tomorrow we shall be able to fish for ourselves.